How to thrive as a yoga teacher in this ever-changing environment. Be like water. What do I mean by be like water? Well, Bruce Lee, he has this famous saying that be like water. So if you put water in a cup, it becomes the cup. If you put water in a bowl, it becomes the bowl. So how do we be like water and shape ourselves as a yoga teacher to this current environment? So what is the current environment? Well, it's the information age, it's the digital age. All education is going digital. So if you stay in what we call Yoga 2.0, teaching at a studio, teaching classes, and only teaching part of a system, then you might just get left behind. And we don't want that to happen. Hi, I'm Mark, this is YogaCoach. And it's a channel for yoga teachers that want to step up in their yoga teaching, that want to stand out in a saturated market, that want to transition their teaching from the studio to online, and actually want to be at the leading edge of how yoga moves into the future. This is really exciting for us. If it's exciting for you, click on the subscribe button, click on the bell, and you'll be notified every time there's a new video. So, in the environment that's happening now, there's certain things that need to happen. And where we can see it as the best example is, the modern day guru. Specifically, if you look at Sadhguru or someone like Ramdev, these people are killing it online. And why are they doing that? It's because, first of all, they mastered the inner game. How did they do that? They used the whole science of yoga. They didn't just do the physical, they did the physical as part of the system, the physical as a gateway to something else, to the mystical. And what happens is they actually got there, and then they started to receive these insights. They started to access uncommon knowledge, a greater intelligence. They unlocked their genius. It's amazing, and we can do that as well, because that's what yoga, that's where it's moving. It's moving from a physical base to a transformation base. And all these teachers did is they started to share these insights. And why they've got such a massive audience and following is because of the digital age. They simply put a camera in front of themselves, did the one teaching like right now, and they were able to put it through a whole lot of multimedia. They were able to put it through lots and lots of different social media channels, and they could do podcasts, they could do blogs, they could do ebooks, they get transcribed into books. So this information gets spread out across the planet. Well, what if you could do that as well? And imagine how much you would thrive if you're able to take your knowledge, your life skills, your insights, and package them out to the perfect client. And what if you could create a product specifically for them? There was a clear roadmap that took them from where they are now to where they want to be. And we like to use 9 steps. You could use any amount of steps, but it's a nice kind of completion cycle. And think of those 9 steps as mini transformations, a mini A to B. As you take people from each A to B, one step, then they can go into the next step. So you're solving these 9 mini problems to solve the big problem. So what if you started to get in front of a camera and talk about these 9 different mini problems within the big problem? And what if you were able to provide value around that? What if you were able to help people? And what if you did that in a way that was free? You were just sharing it and providing value. Do you think that when you offer your products, when you do offer a course, that people are likely to jump in? Of course they are. And you're able to access a global audience. So Yoga 2.0, teaching classes at the studio, you've got a small pond. So when you're being like water, the best you can be is in that pond is to fill that pond. And it's got a real glass ceiling because it's a local audience at a studio. Wouldn't you rather be in a big pond? And what happens then is, because when you work into your niche, when you understand, your life has a meaning to it, it has a reason for it, there's a purpose, we call it karma. But when you understand that and understand you've got a purpose and you can help people, what you've learned, you can help people transition through that and get to the place that you got to. Amazing, right? When you can take that and create the product, amazing things can happen. So there's a few steps that you need to take. First of all, master the inner game, right? Master that, and know what your unique expression of yoga is, what the insights are. And you know what I do? I just grab my iPhone, and oftentimes it happens when I'm on the treadmill, and I have my phone there because I just get all this insight. And I keep on the treadmill, and I open up my phone and I share my insight. I record it, and then I put a heading to it, and then I WhatsApp myself that stuff. So then what happens is when you've got that first step of letting that insight start to come through you, then what I do is I create steps to take people from where they are to where they want to go. And that WhatsApp stuff, I create little trainings or value or YouTube videos about how I can serve the community. The third step is, well, who is it that you're going to serve, right? Who is it that is your niche? Because we're moving away from everyone just coming in and doing a class off the street to being specific to our market. And you can do it these days because it's global, it's digital. So who is it that you serve? What is the result that you're going to generate for them? What is the time frame? What is the metric? And the other thing is, how are you going to do it without the thing that they hate? Right? Big thing. And then the next step, I think step 4, is that you want to create your product. And the best way to do that is through the rule of 3. This is why we like to do 9 steps. So what you're doing is you get in front of a camera, and those 3 actions create content around it. So you'd have 27 actions, and that becomes your course. Amazing, right? But when you do your actions, no fluff. 3 things. Does it keep them awake at night? Is it in a language that they understand in the conversations they're having? And is it critical? Because if it's not a yes, a tick to all of those, don't include it. Here's the thing. When you're teaching online, all the theory can be in the back end. You don't have to teach it. People reference it in their own time. In fact, it's an enticer for people when they join. Because when they join, you can say, hey, we've got all this theory in here, go in and do that before we start the course, and they get excited about it. Then when you do teach and online, it's just about strategy. It's about implementation. It's about the actions that get people results. Because it's not about information, it's about transformation. If it was about information and you just do stuff on information, then your main competitor is YouTube, right? All the how-to stuff, and you're going to lose against YouTube. What you need to do is create things that are going to bring about transformation. Action plans, swipe files, cheat sheets, checklists, hidden knowledge, secret practices, all this sort of stuff that's actually going to get people from the A to B in their mini steps and their bigger step. But does it keep them up? Is it in their language? And is it critical? The last part of that, of being like water in that environment, is to be able to deliver it online, right? How do you deliver it online? Step 5 out of 5 steps. How do you deliver it online? And really, you just need a simple 3-step funnel. And you don't even need to do webinars anymore. A lot of people freak out about webinars. We help you create what we call a guru generator, a simple video that shows your expertise and your knowledge, and then people link into a booking system, and then you have a call, and then it's about coming into your program. So obviously there's some more depth we can go into there, and we have that in further videos. So let's look at the 5 steps in review. First of all, you need to master the inner game. And that means the whole science of yoga, so that you can start to tap into your genius. You can get insights running on 24/7 Netflix Insight channel. Then what you want to do is record those insights. Don't let them go. They're there for a reason. They're showing you. So record them. Once you have them recorded, then decide, well, who are you going to serve? What's the result you're going to generate? Do it in a time frame without the thing they hate. The next step, step 4, is then taking that and putting it into a product. And that product needs to be actionable. Follow the rule of 3. Have a main product, 3 main phases, 3 steps to each of those, and 3 actions. Now, are those actions keeping people up at night? Not are the actions keeping people up at night. Are the actions relevant to solving the issues that keep people up at night? That is it in the language that they can understand in the conversations they're having, and is it critical? And then the fifth step, you need to be able to create and deliver it online and create a simple 3-step funnel where you're communicating your information, you're showing your expertise, and people can book a call with you. So are you ready to be like water? Are you ready to transition your teachings from the studio to online? Are you ready to be at the leading edge of how yoga moves into the future? If you are, if you find value here, then please subscribe, share and comment, and we'll see you in the next video. Single-handed namaste, shaka, peace out.